Hi, hi. Welcome my political show, Kavindu Political Times. Before start the show, I want to hit the like button and subscribe to my show. Now let's get started. Now today on the show we're going to talk about a major thing. It's still 4 years away, but we'll talk about it. Can Joe Biden win in 2024 or anyone else beat Trump if he does run? So we're going to talk about election that's 3 years away right now because that's how far down low rate because of Trump we have to come down to. Talking about election 3 years away. So now let's get started. Now in the last presidential election, Joe Biden won by the same margin that Donald Trump won against Hillary Clinton. Now that margin, many people thought it was the ultimate vengeance, as it's the ultimate moment of revenge completion. Joe Biden won, beat Trump, Donald Trump goes away, done, we're going to focus on someone else for 2024. But apparently it seems the old man refuses to just let go. His stupid mind and his Alzheimer's, I almost feel like, the man is now trying to run in 2024. Now, among the Republicans, he will have the support. But is it enough to win an election in 2024? And there's another major question. Will Joe Biden run in 2024 considering his age? Or will it be the vice president who will be running in 2024? But I'm going to tell you very clearly and explicitly why this is a very delicate situation. Let's get started. Now, Joe Biden's victory was pretty good. Now, currently Joe Biden as a president has done everything what you can ask from a president in a crisis situation can do. He has solved the economy once more. He's dealing with the pandemic brilliantly. He is creating new jobs. He has been a president who has stood for unity rather than division, and what else more you want? But within the current American political situation, there is a little bit more required from Joe Biden. Things like the infrastructure bill, things like voting rights to make sure that the people will have a right to vote and to make sure that the GOP won't take the midterms by stealing, things like that. I mean, there is so much on the plate for the Biden administration to do. Now the problem is, as we traditionally know this, it's not a tradition, thanks to Mitch McConnell, it has become a tradition. That is that during the first term of President Obama, he couldn't get anything done he truly wanted, and which resulted with the Democrats losing the midterms in 2010. Now could this be the same? Now it could be the same if the Democrats do not do what they have to do. Now, but my expectation is in the midterms is that the Democrats will keep the House and will keep power of the Senate by a very razor-thin margin, even though some will disagree. Now, how does the midterms affect the presidency? Absolutely matters. A good showing from the Democrats in the midterms will affect the chances of a Democrat president winning in 2024 against a GOP presidential candidate. Now, let's talk about Donald Trump's circumstantially. Now, Donald Trump right now is voting base, is one-sided voting base, white supremacists and racists, white. Now, that's the reality at the moment for Donald Trump. Joe Biden has a diverse voting base. You got the African Americans, Asians, you ask, he has the voting base. But there's a problem. Now, Joe Biden's voting base can be regulated literally from voting itself, from what makes their life easy, which will reduce their impact in the general vote. Now, that's why the voting rights bill come to the picture. Now, Trump's vote is always steady. The same white supremacy, racist white vote is pretty clear. So, in this regard, you might say, well, Trump wins. It doesn't. Because just because you have one part of the vote doesn't mean you win. Because just because you have popularity among the GOP does not justification of a victory. Because Trump just can't be a presidential nominee in 2024. He has to fight for it. There are so many other hopefuls who are waiting in the GOP to run the election in 2024, including Mike Pence and the governor of Florida, individuals like that. Now, it's not to say they are good men, they are completely dangerous for the country, safe to say, but in a sake of political argument, that's the case. So Trump has to fight them through to get there. Now, what Donald Trump has done so far is that he's acting as the leader of the party by grooming or promoting the party in his own terms. What's dangerous for the GOP is that Donald Trump's chances of winning out of 100% is 49%. Now, Donald Trump has done this in 2016, winning by very little odds to win, but he did. In 2020, luck ran out. So in 2024, again he's relying on luck and the moment. Now, one of the things the GOP can do to make sure Trump wins is to block the Biden agenda in the Senate. For that, they have to win the midterms. Again, that's where this thing comes along. Now, you see current rallies of Donald Trump, right? You see big crowds, the big cheering, etc., all of those stupid Trump things. But those rallies are very ineffective. They have not the same impact that they had previous elections that they used to have. Because remember, in 2016, Donald Trump was a new kid in the block. The Washington outsider, the man, self-made billionaire. I mean, the charm, a celebrity. I mean, things like that. But post forward to 2021, he's a tax fraudster who is not a self-earned billionaire. His father said the tax came to make his son rich, and everything in mind, and twice impeached. With all of these things in mind, these rallies have no effect whatsoever. That's my belief, and that's something to consider. Now, with that factor in mind, you can say that Donald Trump can't win in 2024. If his rallies are not effective, how can he win? He can't. However, Joe Biden, if he does not run in 2024, if someone else new does run, the election rule book changes completely. It's an entirely new candidate running against Donald Trump if he does run. That's the reality. So that's what we have to understand. If it's a new candidate for the Democratic Party in 2024 going to run, that's going to be a challenge because we know how much effort it took from the Biden campaign to win against Trump, right? So the new candidate has to do that in a significant term. Another key fact is that the Trump vote areas, the states he won, he wins them by big margins. And that means that the Democrats can't expect a Democrat presidential candidate to take those states from Trump. And remember, if by accidentally one of the states in the blue wall fall back to Trump, even one, accidentally, Trump could have a slight advantage. This is an election that's tight. There is no elections anymore that claims supermajority. The days of the Ronald Reagans, they are gone. The days of the Bill Clinton election wins, done. The days of Barack Obama winning 400 plus electoral votes to 200 plus, that's done. That days doesn't exist anymore, at least until Donald Trump eventually runs out of juice eventually. So it doesn't. So these elections are all comes down to tight margins in tight states. Now states like Arizona, Georgia, which went blue, very surprisingly did went blue, might not go blue again because those states heavy regulations that's imposed in there and the general voting suppression going there, it's not going to help the cause. So as a Democrat, you got to get those two states out of the map, out of the equation entirely. For Trump, he would hope if he does run, he get those two states in the 2024 election to win. That's how the philosophy works. Now you might say all analysis is fine. You might ask me who's going to run in 2024 to make all these philosophies come true. Well, there is three ways to deal with this thing. Joe Biden will run like Ronald Reagan did in his very much in the late 80s or into his age-wise, or Kamala Harris could run. But then we know that the Madam Vice President clearly does not have good approval ratings because you know the reason why. She has given the dirtiest job to do in the administration yet, handling the border crisis. Because no matter what you do in the border crisis, you are not going to get a good reputation because everyone is going to blame you for something. So the poor Madam Vice President is unfortunately forced to deal with the border crisis, which technically destroys her chances of winning that election, even if she does get it. So that would mean a new candidate is required. Now this is where the big primary will come. Now someone like Bernie Sanders is very good to talk, is a good speaker, he can speak, he's bold, but the Republicans can easily call him a communist and block him in the process. So they need to find a candidate who is in the progressive agenda, someone who can keep up with Trump and does what the Biden administration did. The playbook is exactly the same as the 2020 election. That playbook will not change. That's simple as that. And I won't mention any names right now because we are 3 years away, 2 years at least from primaries right now. This is my point. Whatever happens in 2024, one thing is clear. There is no guarantee Trump will win. However, as Democrats should not be complacent thinking that this is a victory that's been earned already. No. The Democrats will need a good presidential campaign to win in 2024. It's simple as that. Nothing is crystal clearer than that. It's simple. So, in short, that's my point I'm trying to make here. So, thank you very much for joining me on the show. Thank you very much.